Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I need to make my official statement because in live streams and in comments and on Twitter, people will not stop asking me, so I'm just gonna come out and say it in a video. YouTube Rewind sucked, and we all know it. Basically, everyone understands that they feel misrepresented, or the fact that YouTube has gone too mainstream, too many celebrities, and they don't understand their audience at all. Big news, right? Like, they weren't like that before, and now they are? No, YouTube Rewind is evident of the more modern version of YouTube, which is more about late night hosts. It's more about big name celebrities, and it's more about getting everyone they can possibly find represented. But the thing is, that's just not possible anymore. And what it results in is an 8-minute video of cringiness and confusion and a bunch of people you don't recognize, to the point that you're watching this going, what? Why is Casey Neistat excited about K-pop? It's confusing, no doubt, and it absolutely shows the disconnect YouTube has between their content creators. But I personally think they've shown that disconnect for a long time. YouTube Rewind is not news. It's not a new era. It's not the end of the old classic era. YouTube has been disconnected from their creators for a very long time, not paying attention to what things matter or what people want, just in the way like the site works, like when it comes to the custom thumbnails, or when it comes to running experimental tests on 0.3% of users, or the Explore tab. How is the Explore tab different from the homepage? Not showing subscriptions in people's feed. There's all kinds of reasons that YouTube is disconnected from their creators, but you know what? YouTube Rewind, I don't think changed any of that. It simply, for me, reinstated what I already knew about YouTube. And what I wanted to talk about in today's vlog is simply why it's okay that YouTube Rewind was bad, okay? You know from experience how often I critique YouTube and how many problems I have with YouTube and the people in charge of it. There are plenty of things wrong, but the thing about YouTube Rewind is that after the adpocalypse, where we had major brands and advertisers pulling their ads from YouTube and causing demonetization, a very poorly designed machine to go into effect, and also people's ad revenue were going down, YouTube had to play it safe, because in many ways, yes, YouTube is being like held at ransom for all these advertisers. Essentially, I don't think many of the big corporate brands, whether it be AT&T, Verizon, or Pepsi, or Coca-Cola, or these giant brands that spend the majority of the money on YouTube advertising, I don't think they genuinely think that YouTube is full of racists and it's full of terrible people, and that was their reasoning for pulling the ads. I think they used the Wall Street Journal article that was about PewDiePie being a Nazi, which is very untrue, and a lot of the highlights and the clips they took from PewDiePie's channel were completely out of context. And while Felix did make some out-of-taste jokes, I don't think that's what the big brands were worried about. All they wanted was YouTube to favor them a little bit more. They wanted some more enticing reasons to stick with YouTube. They wanted some better rates. They wanted some better deals. So they all knew if they started pulling their ads from YouTube, YouTube HQ would get a little bit desperate. They would get a little bit worried and start doing anything to try to get them back, which is what they did. So I'm sure they cut those big businesses some big breaks, which now means that here going on out, they have to be very careful what they promote and what YouTube tethers themselves to, and what content they show, particularly in something like YouTube Rewind, has to be very thought out before going up on the site. So yes, you see celebrities, you don't see like a ton of YouTubers you recognize anymore. You see a bunch of mainstream artists, or the biggest account on their competing platform, Ninja. The top streamer on Twitch, who's barely even a YouTuber. You know, he has a large YouTube channel, but all it is just cuts from his Twitch stream. They give him a bunch of screen time. They give Will Smith, a A-list actor, a bunch of screen time. But the thing is, YouTube needs this ad revenue coming through from all of these major advertisers. They need to please them. And honestly, even us small creators, even the tinier channels, we need that ad revenue coming through so that we can sustain our income, so that we can make money doing what we do. So in order for YouTube to keep those advertisers happy, when they go public and when they make statements about YouTube, or when they do things like YouTube Rewind, they have to show the advertisers and they have to show the world how mainstream of a site this is. They gotta show a bunch of faces that mainstream media and cable television recognize. That's why it's good to have creators like The Rock, who barely does anything, or Will Smith, who I'm sure has like very little to do with the content he posts, probably all being done by some social media manager, these big advertisers just need to see that their ads are going on mainstream, family-friendly, acceptable content like late night show hosts, and then YouTube prioritizes things like Fortnite because it's just a childish, well-known game, well-known entity that advertisers aren't going to look at and think, uh-oh, potential lawsuit. They're going to look at and think, oh, okay, it's just kind of a fun, basic site where there's a bunch of people on there that they like eating food and they like dancing and they like K-pop and they like putting on makeup, and they just have to make YouTube look as innocent and as minimal as possible so that the advertisers stay happy. And I know this is a sucky situation. I also miss the days where I felt like YouTube Rewind had more representation from content creators. The fact that the largest channel, the two largest channels on the entire website were not even in YouTube Rewind is bizarre, and channels that we're used to seeing in YouTube Rewind every single year were not there, and the fact that content creators that haven't even uploaded for the majority of the year are in YouTube Rewind, it's very, very weird. I get it. It's cringy. I'm not trying to deny that, but YouTube is in a very difficult place where they have to try to please these advertisers, and sadly, I think doing this cringy, by-the-books, A-list actor method is likely the best way to keep these advertisers happy. Does it let their viewers be happy? No. Does it let content creators feel like they're represented? No. People who were in YouTube Rewind have now been speaking out about how upset they are about it and how cringy it was and how embarrassed they are to be a part of it. But while our audience here on YouTube is going to remain very, very large, if the advertisers don't keep sending money to YouTube ads and make sure their ads keep running on their videos, there's not going to be money for us content creators to keep producing content unless all of us do ad reads nonstop. Obviously, channels that don't rely on Google ad revenue would be fine, but regardless, it helps us out a lot, the fact that YouTube keeps these advertisers happy. If you're going to get mad at someone for this situation, get mad at the advertisers who are looking to make a buck and who are looking for better rates they could get on YouTube. So there's a lot of factors at play here. There's a lot of reasons I think YouTube Rewind was as cringy as it was, but I was hoping that in today's vlog I could explain to you guys there is a method, there is a reason behind the madness, as in it's not as simple as them just catering to all of the different channels that you wanted to see represented, or all of the big YouTubers that you don't feel like were in there, or you felt like it was too cringy or it was too many celebrities. While that may upset us, the fact of the matter is there's just too many giant channels right now for a less than 10-minute video to feel like it takes into representation everyone on the platform. I believe there's over 2,000 channels now that have over 1 million subscribers, which when I was a lot younger, 1 million subscribers, that was rare. There were very few channels that big. Now you find them left and right, no problem. So trying to make one video that's entertaining to the entire platform is frankly impossible. And I think the smartest thing YouTube could do is not do YouTube Rewind. It's a stupid idea that you would take a part of the year to look back at all the things that happened on such a diverse, such a bizarre site that has so many different subcategories and so many different smaller communities, and act like you can somehow make it feel unified isn't very possible. YouTube's very scattered. YouTube's very distorted. There's a lot of different types of channels out there. Family friendly, not family friendly, funny, not funny, cringy, for older people, for younger people, and to try to encapsulate that, it's just silly. And I hope that being the second most disliked video in history and well on its way to becoming the most disliked video ever, definitely the fastest disliked video of all time, I'm hoping that this will send a message to YouTube that maybe they just shouldn't do it. Just keep the advertisers happy, keep letting know that the talk show hosts are here and Will Smith is here, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he's here on YouTube. Keep putting your ads in front of Will Smith and The Rock. As cringy as they may be, it's those same people that are paying for their ads to be on The Rock's videos that are paying for all of the ads that end up on our videos and end up helping Taylosive and smaller creators like me. That's the important thing to remember. While it is cringy, it is helping. So YouTube, if you're gonna do anything next year, just cancel it. Don't do YouTube Rewind. It's okay. We'll live without it. We'll live without this big cringy video every year, and we'll just keep making content for you. And hopefully the content I make can entertain you guys, and YouTube can be happy with me because I'm keeping people on the site, and you guys can be happy because you're getting content for free and hopefully with as little ads as possible. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, and I will see you in the next one.